Yeah.
Daz.
Good. Cheers, mate.
Good little sesh.
Good sesh this morning. Yeah. Thank you. Very good.
Oh, it's cold too, isn't it?
That hit the spot good. Good, nice and cold.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a day.
Yeah, top day. Some fun waves.
Yeah.
Glorious weather.
Stunning.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Not big surf, but
Not big today, just but clean, small and clean.
yeah,
Just enough to have a little bit of fun, get wet.
for sure.
Yeah.
Well, listen, a bit of an echo chamber in here with the rock wall and the waves and the way it's set up.
It is, yeah, I just noticed that, yeah, yeah, for sure.
So we're chewing the fat on you today.
Yep, thank you.
Daryl Mullet apps.
Yeah, it seems to be what they're known for now.
Yeah.
Trying to keep the mullet alive.
Yeah. not a lot of bodyboarders with mullets out there, mate.
No, not these days. No, for sure.
So tell me, when did you first get into bodyboarding and why bodyboarding?
Probably 25 years ago.
Wow.
Strangely enough, I grew up inland, further down south, a place called Goulburn. So, long story cut short, a mate of mine was bodyboarding down the south coast, like down Maria area,
Yep.
and we were working together, and he said, come down the coast the weekend, we'll go for a bodyboard. And I was, what? But wasn't real interested until I got in the water. Once I got my first little wave, obviously the same as any young guy, just straight to the beach, but was dropping and couldn't get enough.
Yeah, right.
So then we started going every second weekend. My mate had grandparents down at Maria. We used to stay at their place,
Yeah,
right near the beach. And then until I moved up here to lovely Newcastle, and then just started bodyboarding a lot more, and just grew a passion for it, as most bodyboarders do.
Yeah, so you're a member of how many clubs?
3 at the moment.
Oh,
Yeah, Newcastle Bodyboard Club, Port Stephens Bodyboard Club, and Foster.
Yeah, wow.
Just because they started off just with Newcastle, and then went to the other clubs just to have a look, and became friends with a lot of people at those clubs, and then joined up with those as well.
Yeah, nice. Hence the shirts.
The shirts, yeah. This is the D5.
Finally got mine.
Got your Newcastle club shirt.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's good to see.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember seeing you for the first time. It would have been Newcastle Beach years ago at the bodyboarding comp,
Yes.
and I just rocked up for a surf, and there was a bloody dude with a mullet, and I'm going, what's the go there? And it was, and you still haven't, you still got it, which is cool.
Still got it, yeah. Well, a little bit of a story behind that as well, I suppose. A couple of years ago, I had a melanoma taken out of the back of my neck,
Yep.
and when I was a kid, I had long hair, and then when I sort of grew up a bit, I cut it short and mature, and then I had a melanoma cut a couple of years ago, so I started growing my hair just for the protection from the sun.
Yeah.
That's the main reason.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and just stuck with it since.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
people wouldn't recognise you without the mullet.
No, it's getting a trademark now around
Definitely.
the Newcastle bodyboarders.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when people say, "Oh, who's that guy with the mullet?" They don't say, "Who's the guy with the cap on or the hat?" It's the mullet.
The mullet. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
good. It's good. It's unique.
Yeah, it is unique. Yeah, I come close to cutting it off a couple of times, but then, nah, I got to keep it.
You
I
get
can't.
hung.
Yeah, I'll get hung. Yeah. Get dropped in on.
Yeah. Not by anyone in particular.
No.
You're not calling anyone out, are you?
No names at this stage.
No names. It's a friendly chat.
Friendly chat. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, it's always good to catch up and have a surf with you.
Yeah, thank you. Likewise. Yeah, I've made a lot of friends here in Newcastle. through the bodyboarding club or just through, not always people that in the club, it's people that free surf, just go out and have free surfs, have fun on the weekends.
Yeah.
I've met so many people, it's been really good.
Do you have many weekends free, considering you got a 16-year-old daughter that wants your attention, you're in 3 bodyboarding clubs? When do you get a chance to free surf other than today?
Well, generally, not very often. Generally,
I couldn't nab you for about 3 weeks.
No, yeah, that's right. Yeah, been busy. But normally, other years, this year's a bit different given the COVID situation. But normally, being in the 3 clubs, each club has a comp once a month. So there's 3 weekends in a month that you've got a comp on, which pretty much leaves 1 weekend free. Yeah, you still got your Saturdays free, but sometimes if the surf isn't suitable to you, you have that as a rest day, which only leaves 1 other weekend per month to free surf with mates or whatever. But this year, a lot of comps have been called off or postponed due to COVID, so I've had more time to chill out, free surf, catch up with mates, maybe work on some of your moves that you normally don't get as much time to work on. Try and sort of work on keeping your body a bit fit and that, when
As you get older, it's getting harder.
As you get older, it gets harder.
And I'm a bad influence.
Bad influence today, but special celebration after a good surf.
Yeah, nice. What's your favourite surfing spot be? I know there's a stack of good spots,
yeah.
But where is the spot you feel most comfortable, you like? I'm more and more getting more comfortable with knobbies, with the bank and the reef, so I really like spot. Spot for me is good, 2 to 3 foot. Bigger than that, sort of gets a bit challenging. Other than that, probably my all-time favourites down at Soldiers Beach. There's a couple of banks there that you can always find a good wave there. There's a couple of reefs down there as well. Especially, funny enough, in the summer when you've got a northeast wind, there's usually a wave at Soldiers, so that's sort of my summertime go-to place. Get out of town. Northeast wind.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, just the way the beach sort of faces there.
That's good.
It's actually good in the northeast wind.
I remember that now.
I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said that. When it's northeast, I know where I'm going now.
It's too far for most Newcastle people to go.
Oh yeah, of course.
But that's kind of my local, because I'm a bit more, I'm between, on the bottom side of Lake Macquarie, so
yeah.
I sort of call Soldiers one of my locals.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And that's, you work in what area do you work in? So,
Morisset or South Lake Macquarie is where I work and live. So I can get to Newcastle in 40 minutes and Central Coast beaches, Soldiers, Catho in 20 minutes. So got a lot of options, which is really good being where I am.
And it's probably good sometimes being a little further away from the beach than it is living right at the beach.
It is, otherwise you probably wouldn't go to work as much.
At all?
At all, yeah. So it's good not being too close to the beach.
Yeah, right.
Funny enough, but yeah.
So tell us, there's a lot of moves in bodyboarding, and as you get older it gets harder to do those moves.
Correct.
I know firsthand. So what would be your what's your pet move, and what is your favourite move?
Pet move would be a cutty. With a bit of speed. You've got a bit of speed and snap a good cutty and get good spray. I know it's not the biggest move in the book, but it's my pet move, to be honest. And there's nothing better if someone's paddling back out and you do a cutty and you spray them. It always puts a smile on my face. And I'm getting more and more comfortable and really favouring the barrel, probably same as everyone, but just barrel riding, coming out and just that feeling after getting a good barrel. It's just priceless.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So yeah, love it. I usually go out, lately just been going out looking for that barrel section, or if there's no barrel on offer. Cutties and converting them cutties into spins, obviously. That's sort of been what I'm working on.
Yeah, right. So what would you say you love to watch? What move?
I love watching big inverts, especially some of these young guys these days. They're really mastering it. A couple of locals at the moment have been snapping a few really good ones out, especially at the comps, especially up at Port Stephens. Beach up there where they run their comps is good for that sort of move.
Yeah, you can say it, mate.
Yeah, Boxy. Up there at Boxy Beach, yeah. A couple of our guys and a couple of the Port Stephens guys are really going some big airs, big inverts at the moment. I just love watching them. It's just good. Makes
Got to
me
be in
jealous.
awe of what they do. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I'm lucky to get an inch off the deck.
Yeah, yeah. So they're really going big at the moment.
Who's your favourite bodyboarder? Your main one.
Main one,
You got
number
one bloke. That's it.
Yeah. Well, I've been tossing up between a couple, but at the moment, to be honest, I think George Humphreys.
Yeah.
Been bouncing back between a few different bodyboarders, but this modern day and going back to the younger sort of guys. I think in his 20s now anyway, but still young compared to me. But yeah, he's a stealth rider. Been watching some of his stealth stuff that comes up online and a couple of videos that they've done. George Humphreys is just it just catches my eye.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, local bodyboarders, there's a lot of talent here in Newcastle. So, obviously, I've served with a few, and there's an absolute ton of guys that are got huge talent. But what would be, say, your top 2, top 3 local riders that you think are just, awesome?
Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of guys at the moment really stepping up and pushing to the max. Last couple of years, I've really been watching Hayden Cruikshank and Lloyd. Can't pronounce his last name. Lloyd, Hayden's mate anyway. They're
Young guns.
Young guns, yeah. I think they're 18 or 19. They've just really stepped up this year. And little Ty George up at Port Stephens. Ty George, I think he's 14 or 15. Tiny little fella up there. Been watching him the last end of last season and the start of this season, and he's really stepped up and just charged. And one of those kids with no fear and going big boxing waves. He's now branched out. I seen him last comp up at Foster, so it's his first time doing the Foster comp. I think he made it to the final up there, and he's just really charged. So keeping an eye on him in the future, yeah.
So you really, I notice you take note of the young guys, the younger, yeah. So they're more, you find them sort of more interesting than the guys that have been around for a long time that are pretty well, polished bodyboarders.
Yeah, there's always the older guys that I admire and constantly watch, especially in heats. You got your Wade Bories, John Cruikshanks, etc. Those guys, but I tend to try and look at the next generation or the younger guys to keep the sport, going and see what they're doing. So I've known for years what the John Cruikshanks and the Wades and the Shauners can do. So I'm interested in seeing as young guys progress and get better and better each time I see them. And that sort of probably at the moment stands out more to me. I'll take note of those guys for sure.
So as far as equipment goes, have you got a specific board that you prefer, or?
With boards, probably like a lot of bodyboarders, takes a while to find the right board. I went through a number of boards before.
You got your pink one?
I got my pink one. That's one of my favourites, my pink Tanner McDaniel. That's what I'm riding in most comps at the moment. And the Science Pocket. Got like the pocket as well. It's kind of similar, to me it's kind of similar, same size and everything as a tenner. I'll use the pocket on a slower wave, and the tenner, because it's a cod channel, I use that on a faster wave, such as last weekend at Foster. Is a faster kind of wave, whereas a lot of your reef waves here are a little bit slower, so generally I'll use the pocket. They'd be two favourite comp boards. Then I've got my old trusties. I've got a Still, which I'll bring out occasionally to just have a free surf on, have some fun, and but try and stick to your main board or your main two boards, especially if you're competing. So when you rock up to a comp, you're not jumping on a board that you haven't ridden for 2 months. You want to be used to your equipment. So that's why I've got my two main boards. Yeah.
Cool. So, how long do you reckon you've got bodyboarding?
I'll bodyboard as long as I can, especially free surfing. Yeah. I've got mates that are older than me, still frothing.
Way older than you.
And mates even older than you.
Yeah.
So yeah. No, for as long as I can physically do it, I'll do it, because it's my go-to. It's I get re-energised and when I'm surfing and in the salt, as we call it. Yeah, for as long as I can.
Well, I think we've had a bloody good day, mate.
It has. Been
Perfect. And this is only the end of winter. Have a look at the day. Mate, it's magic.
The yacht out there going to sail.
Yeah.
It's been a magic day. It's been
It's got to be, what, 25 degrees?
25 thereabouts. Yeah.
Beautiful, yeah.
It's only just the end of winter.
Yeah, we've had some warm, what was it, 28 degrees a couple of weeks ago in winter, wasn't it?
That's right.
Last week.
Yeah, last week.
Crazy.
Yep. Sure was.
Yeah, you couldn't be in a better place, could you?
No. Newcastle, Australia.
Doesn't get better.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Well, we're going to sign off, and we've been chatting with Daryl Mullet Apps. Take it easy, mate. Thank you.
Thanks, Dino. Thank you. Cheers.